Hello there,
everybody. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Happy Halloween. This is the Halloween edition of the Sable Stitchers. I'm Roberta.
I'm Lenny.
And I just told you who we are. We are
the Sable Stitchers.
And we're so glad to be here with you to get today.
And we even dressed up for you today.
Yes. This is just our normal attire, though.
Oh, well, I do wear this to the grocery store.
Saturday attire. So.
I did go to Panera's this morning for breakfast, and
So you
I did because I thought, why not?
You're Panera boa.
I'm an old lady and I can do whatever I want to, whenever I want to.
You know, they just
I could get a few looks, but I thought,
well,
let them think.
So
anyway,
today is Saturday, October 19th, and so this will be, we won't be filming again before Halloween, so that's why we dressed up for you today.
Make you smile.
It's been a little over 2 weeks since our last Flosstube. We hope you've had just a fine couple of weeks and had a lot of stitching and enjoyed some great fall weather and other fall activities. And I'm going to try to scroll our Instagram names here because someone had asked what it is. But if you want to catch up with me, I'm on Instagram at Roberta Lyle.
And I'm L. Eisenberg. So
Okay.
real fancy.
All right. So, what's new with you?
Oh, gosh. I had just a little bit of life update. Besides, we're having lovely weather right now. Definitely sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
And let's see. Last night was...
I have a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
We got to show a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Someone had this at Stitch Club, I think, Kay, so I had to order one.
And
it comes in all different colors.
Hocus pocus and chill, baby. So, and my boa. Anyway, so we had probably our last Friday night lights. My two grandsons were actually playing against each other last night, and it was a great football weather.
Didn't they, do they do that twice? Didn't they play against each other?
No, this is the first time that they played together.
Okay.
This year, and it will be the last. Because one team really did do well, and the other team did not do so great. So, but I had on my sweatshirt for one team. They're both green and white.
You need to get that one like Mama Kelsey.
I know. I needed to divide it up. But they were both, one's Timberwolves and one's Wildcats. So the dogs and the cats played last night. And the cats won. So anyway, it was a good game until the end. But it was a great weather night, and we had a good time. And both boys that weren't playing, the brothers, Mason came home from college, so he went over to see his any of his old friend mates. And so anyway, we had a great family night at Friday Night Lights. So,
and just if you didn't know what I meant by Mama Kelsey, we have, we cheer for the local football team, the Chiefs. And her
3:25 tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Central Time.
I thought it was Monday.
It's tomorrow.
Okay. Well, shoot.
Oh yeah, you better.
No, I'll have to. Okay. Good to know. So, Travis, her younger son Travis plays on the Chiefs, and he's retired now. But her older son Jason.
No, Jason's retired.
Oh well, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
didn't say that right. I guess it depends where you. So Jason, her older son, is retired now, but he played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and so they played against each other in the Super Bowl. They played. I think they must have played against each other last year too, because she had a special jacket made with our jersey that half of it was Philadelphia Eagles
and the other half was Chiefs.
So it was. It's actually
great.
in the the Football Hall of Fame. So
it was fun. Chiefs won. Let's see.
Otherwise, we wouldn't mention that.
I know. So anyway, Mason came home and we took a Timberwolves took a bad loss. And let's see. I went to the dentist and no cavities, but I have a great story for you later. And Grant got a boo-boo on his new car.
Oh, no.
He leaves about 5:30, 5:45 every morning which is pretty dark. But I have been parking in the driveway for 7 years. Anyway, he backed into my car. But didn't do any damage to my car, but he got a boo-boo. So it's just a brand new car. But
I did that one time when my parents had come over to watch the boys, and I was getting ready to have my bunco group over, so I was like all in a tizzy, and I backed out of the garage, and I was going to go to the grocery store and crunch. And my dad was such a big car guy, and I backed into a Suburban. The worst
that
time,
probably left a mark.
had to go in and tell him, and he had this grim look on his face because he had heard it.
Well, this
But he
is
took it well.
this is Grant's second. The first time he forgot to step on the brake. This is when he first started driving and ran into the refrigerator out in the garage. So
that sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, I heard that
in the
one.
kitchen, in the refrigerator.
And if that refrigerator hadn't been there, he would have been in the laundry room. So, but anyway, I told him it was okay. I mean,
I know. Yeah, my
but
dad told me too. So.
But it's, nobody gets hurt, and that's the most important thing. And I guess that's it. So just having a great weather week, and that's nice. I need to take out my flowers and my pots. They got frozen. Oh, we did have one freeze. It wasn't a really hard freeze, but enough to put my flowers away. So I need to clean those out sometime this week.
On that too.
But
well,
that's it.
all right.
How about you?
I've had a kind of an eventful couple of weeks. The day that we filmed our last video, I had a mammogram that day, and it came back with some abnormalities. And so a little over a week ago, I had a biopsy, and the results came back benign for now, but they're going to watch it. This is something that could, what they call is degrade. And so I'm thankful. Ladies, I hope you are all doing your yearly mammograms, because if you have anything, you want to catch it early, and that's what. Well, I'm thankful this was caught early. I'm thankful that, at the facility where I go to, you do they do the screening, and then you sit in the waiting room, and they have a radiologist review it, and then they say, okay, you can go or whatever. Well, they had me come back. They did some more screening, and then I always do a ultrasound too, and so they did some extra on those too. So I didn't have to go back again. Got that all done in one day, and then scheduled the biopsy right away, so that was good. So yes, please do get your annual screenings, because you don't want to hear bad news, but if you do have bad news, you want to hear
Get
it
it early.
So, and then at the same time, my husband had some blood work that came back out of whack.
Not had a good
And so
2 weeks.
It's like you retire and everything falls apart. But good news, so they're just going to watch it, so he's going to be under more frequent care. So yeah, we've had some doctor visits and that sort of thing. But when those things happen, and I have another birthday coming up in a week, and so when those things happen, you kind of reevaluate your priorities. And so I canceled my trip that was scheduled next week to Hobby House to attend the My Life as a Sampler 2 retreat, because now we're going to go to Colorado and see my granddaughters, and Clara has we're going to go to a Halloween party. She has this trick-or-treating event in the park. We're going to go to that, and so she was excited we were coming. Baby Alice is starting to crawl.
Oh, they're both the cutest
girls. She is the happiest little girl.
Oh, she has got a smile on her face.
So excited now. Kristen said this happy little pumpkin is crawling around the house and grabbing everything she can reach. So
I'm putting it in her mouth, I'm sure.
Yes, we were doing a video call, and she was biting the table leg. So I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss those times.
You got to catch them when you're low.
I'm sad to miss seeing Tanya and Vicky at Hobby House, see the new Hobby House, shop, and most of all, seeing stitching friends.
Maybe we can go together sometime.
But I really want to be part of my granddaughters' lives, and they're the ones who will remember me. So
make it
want
count.
to take part in those special events. So So that being said, I did just have the opportunity to attend the Boxwood Retreat at Country Sampler in Wisconsin, and had a fantastic time. And I'll talk about. Do you have a? You look like you're ready with a joke or something.
No. I was just gonna say, when we're talking about PSAs, I forgot. I went to the dermatologist and I had this freckle on my end of my nose, and so it wasn't anything important, but they did burn it off, and I felt like Rudolph there for a while. But again, every 6 months, go to the dermatologist, get those little, they call it maturity spots. So, and that's really all it was. But
Yeah,
sometimes
I got to go to the dermatologist next week. So.
and I need to get my mammogram. So still got a couple of things left to do before the end of the year. But yes, take care of yourselves. You can't take care of anybody else unless you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start off with a joke. These jokes were brought to you by some special viewers that sent me these jokes, and I told them I would share it. So, why did the Scarecrow get so many awards?
I don't know. He was outstanding.
That's it. He was outstanding in his field.
Yes.
I thought that was cute. I got one more really good one. Okay, gosh. I had some finishes, and you had some finishes. I have some new crafts that I'm starting. Just something different. I'll never give up. Never, ever give up. Cross stitch. I counted my whips, and I did one as of, what's the date today?
19th.
Okay, so, a few days ago. And I know I will be starting more, because that's just the way I am. And if I just put one thread on things, I'll be happy. But I saw some that I hadn't seen for a while, so I decided to work on those. I got a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of Halloween, a little bit of fall. I don't know. I've got all kinds of stuff. And so I'll share those with you. And some embroidery.
I thought you were going to give us a number. Like you said, you counted your whips, or are we saving that for year end?
Well, because I know I'm going to have more.
Maybe we should have people.
Should we guess up till October the 15th? Take a guess, and if you get the number on the number, I'll give you a prize.
Okay.
Okay. So, but in the meantime, I have to show this. I have to share this. A lot of people do samplers that have their grandparents and great grandparents, and so I did one of those DNA testing to kind of find out what I was. I mean, I don't want to tell what I was, but anyway, I went back and I found my great grandmother, and I took a picture, and this is what I came up with. 1692, folks. Wow. No, and I want to thank Laura Ballard. She shared this frame with me because I've been having so much trouble finding a frame. And she shared this frame. This came from the Halloween Memories book by Susan Aki. It was one of her cross stitches in the back, but I didn't do the DNA. I have one to do, and I want to do it. And but I saw this and I thought, there's my grandma. Great.
Sometimes my husband's been doing some family research and stuff, and
I want to.
Sometimes those ancestors are a bit of a stinker, a bit kind of characters sometimes.
Well, I know I have Native American, and I really would like to find out just how much I have. But anyway, this was just an off-white frame, and when Laura gave it to me, and I just took some. I think I took some brown, and then I took some wax over the top of it. So I really liked the way it turned out. So thank you.
That's really cool.
So thank you, Laura, for my grandma.
Did she get that? Do you know where
she said she picked it up at the thrift store, and she gave me another one. And I did it on that I am what I am fabric, and so anyway, it was fun. And Susan Aki has some great cross stitches in that book. So that was something that I did.
Okay. I just have one finish, and this is something I had finished this piece last year, I think, and never got around to finishing it. And so I got this board from Hobby Lobby, and I just went all around the store trying to find something, and finally saw this.
That's perfect.
And I think, I think
I love the rickrack.
It didn't
the
have
fabric.
anything on it. It was just a
You don't
plain
need
board.
anything on it.
I didn't paint the board because I like the colors, and so I fully finished. This is Fall Most of All by Calico Confectionery, and I know I abbreviated the pattern because I thought I was going to do something else with it, but this is anyway. So this is how it turned out, and just put some fabric and rickrack and attached it all to the
That
board.
turned out really
and-
cute. I love the rickrack.
Yeah, I'm happy. I am very happy with how that turned out. So now I can have something else to display over the fall season. And it's hard to see this, but in the bottom here, and I know I did change the colors on this, it says September, October, November. So that
I
is
remember
nice.
you working on that.
Yes.
We've been around long enough now that we can remember what we did. That we don't remember, but
No.
I can remember what she
Well,
did.
I was thinking, I remember 2 years ago, when we filmed the day I got back from Boxwood, because I had stopped in Des Moines, spent the night, and then I drove in that morning, and then you came over. I think you might have even been over before I got home that day. But,
Yeah, I was here. Jim answered the
Yes.
door. So. I had showed you this last week. This was from Mom. Here, cover both of us up. This is from Mom and I Designs, and it's a kit. It comes as a kit. Everything is included in there, so you don't need anything except for your thread and a needle. I was going to say pin, but that won't work. But anyway, so what I did though, I added a little something to it. So, and it was bigger than I thought. So all the fabric came, the front came, and the back, and I put a little bow on the back because it matched her hair.
So was that an Etsy shop?
Etsy shop called Mom and I Designs. And I got another one coming in. It's going to be a snowman. So I used, the pumpkin, I lost the stem. I cut it, I lost it. And I thought, I'm not going to do another. So I added buttons, just a green and a brown button, and tied some jute around it. And then the witch's hat, I had a star button. So I did that. And then on the candy corn, I just added a few little buttons. And the little ghost, I made her a little girl, and she has a little tool, or I don't know what you call that.
I think you're right.
That netting stuff.
Yeah.
And I cut it, and then put a little orange button. And the moon, I'll bring it a little closer.
Oh, cute.
He has a little owl sitting on the moon. So, but anyway, and then the fabric on the back came with it too. So, and they're very reasonable. I love their little shop. They are just the sweetest ladies, and I can't wait to get my snowman and they just take. I mean, I did this in a night, so it doesn't take long to do. So,
That's my finishes.
okay, we'll finish this one up. This was my Elfin. I can't remember the name of it, but it was made by Elfin Forest. I had this container, the Spring Shop.
Oh wow.
Is that Target?
I think
don't
that's Hobby Lobby.
It might be Hobby Lobby, but I had that before. So I added some material I got at Hobby Lobby, and a friend.
Is that Priscilla check? Or
I don't know if that one is. I think that was one. No, it wasn't,
Okay.
because it was kind of a stiffy.
okay.
So a friend gave me this, and a friend gave me this. She happens to be sitting at the table. And then we got this from our last retreat. It's a little waxer. He's actually sitting in there pretty solid. And then I had some
Yeah,
candy
those are
corn.
cute.
That felted candy corn that I had before. So that, and then it has this is a really nice frame. I know I
It's
did
kind of maybe like a cookbook holder.
maybe, and just added a bow and some raffia. But it turned out really cute. And I thought that orange was such a bright color, but this is done on, I think it's that
Cadabra?
abracadabra. Let's call it abracadabra, but I think it's
Abecedarian?
It's something like
I
that.
thought that was lighter, but I could be wrong. But
Well-
yeah, it really does. When you use that darker linen, it does really tone it down.
But I really think that this
I think
turned
it's
out.
perfect. Yeah, I think if it was...
Because I went,
if it
whoa. And these were all well, I think I did the bird in black coffee. And actually that gray stripe is really blue. But I saw that blue and I go, no, that doesn't work. And it works perfectly. But anyway, so that was a fun.
Who did you say that design was?
This was called, it's done by Elfin Forest, ELFIN. And it's on Etsy.
Okay. Very cute.
And one more, because I was going through counting my whips and I saw this and it was done. I have a box actually, and I was going to talk to you about that. But I have this box that has so many things, and it's like maybe I should let you guys pick something out of my box, and that's what I have to finish on because I have way too many, and I spent 3 days of just finishing, and I didn't get as many done as I thought I would, but you'll see some. But I did finish my midnight watch. So, and if you watch,
it's at the framer. Isn't
no,
it?
it's at the groomer. If you watched last week, I took Pippa to the framer and midnight watch to the groomer. So and I checked on it before I came, and it wasn't ready yet. So I'll show it to you next time. But I'm so excited.
Oh,
and
that's
we picked out
huge accomplishment.
And I did stitch mostly on that because I really wanted to get that finished. But then I spent a day of I put all the little tags in all my project bags, so everybody's got a tag.
I need to update my spreadsheet of whips and kits.
So I went through my box, and I came up with this that I had finished. We got feathers floating around. So
better than spiders. It's better than real spiders. So.
I didn't get the back finished, but I found this at the thrift store. I think I paid $1.99 for it. But this project's done by Spooky and Steve, and I probably did this. Yes.
It looked like, when you started it, we thought it was going to be so big. But
yeah.
It's not.
And that's actually, I think I started it on 14.
Okay.
I'm almost sure that's 14.
Yep.
So I saw it, and then I saw another one last night. I just had to get, so I ordered it. It's got candy canes, so I thought.
By the same,
yeah.
designer.
Spooky and Steve.
Yeah,
so it turned out really cute.
And this is really a good color with that.
Well, that's why I didn't want to.
Red.
I got some of that borders kind of need to put some more glue on it. But I didn't want to cover the board because, like I said, and I'll never find another board like that. But, and I didn't finish the back yet. But, did I almost hit you? No. I saw you kind of do that. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
She's okay. She's not bleeding. That's what I always tell my kids. If you're not bleeding, you're all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So that's all my finishes.
Okay. Well, I was going to talk about. I will talk about Boxwood Street.
Okay.
Oh, it was so much fun. It's such a beautiful time to go to Wisconsin. The weather was really nice. The drive up was beautiful. And I stop and have lunch with a friend like in Iowa City to break up the trip. So anyway, this is my third year attending Boxwood Street. It has the same designers every year. Maggie Bononomy does a wool project and Vicki Jeanette will do a sampler, and then they both have couple of other little projects. It takes place if you've been to Boxwood been to Country Sampler, they have a little building down the alley behind the shop, and that's where it takes place. So was 16 of us this year, I think. I think they can do
a nice, intimate group.
They can do a maximum of 24, I believe, and several of us stayed above the shop, and that is a lot of fun. We all brought food and just after the first night when we all got there, we went out to eat. Excuse me. But after that, they feed you so well at lunch, and then they bring in like cookies or something in the afternoon and apple cider, and we're just full. So we just kind of snack in the evening and work on our projects. They have a big, I'll try to insert a picture here because I did take one of the apartments so you can see what the setup is with the big table so that you can just spread your things out on the table and work on that at night. There's plenty of lighting, and let's see. So yeah, I made just like artichoke dip and crudités, and someone
I could eat
put out
like
a
that.
charcuterie board, and we had snacks. And
I could eat like that every day.
yeah,
I'd like to eat.
when you get older, you can kind of do that.
You can do that. You can do it whenever you want to, and you can eat whatever you want. Well, no, you really can't.
So here are the projects. So Maggie Bonomi had this wool rug, a wool mat rather, and I am almost done.
Oh!
I really worked hard on this.
Look at you.
I still have to do the tendrils.
Oh, look at that.
I came home and
Oh gosh,
I
Roberta.
wanted to use a little different wool than what we had, and so I just added these. I need to tack these down in the little berries.
Oh my gosh, that's so
And then
pretty.
one lady in our group, Charlene, did a decorative stitch around the outside to kind of delineate the urn in the background. So there's just all kinds of things. If you wanted to, you could do a stem stitch for the tendrils. I'm sure this was an exclusive for the class, but it will probably be out as a kit or pattern.
I love the
next
dark
year.
brown on the background. Oh,
I'm really
God,
really
and your
happy.
white pumpkin. Oh,
That
that's
was-
so pretty.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that was Maggie's project on the first day, and on the second day, I think it was the second day, so that would be Wednesday, we got this pattern from Vicki Jeanette, Sarah Stevenson. Here's a picture of the antique,
Oh, I love that.
and they had the model hanging in the room, and we are doing it on summer khaki. You can get 36 or 40 count, I believe, and I got 40 count. So this is the linen that they stitched it on, and then it was dyed with the walnut crystals, and it is so pretty. I just love it, and I don't think it's going to take a huge amount of time because there is a lot of white space in there.
It smells
But you need to, if you want to do that, I think Vicki said they stitched it and then they gave it to Pam, who does the aging projects for Country Sampler, and she did the walnut crystal and it didn't fade. But just to be sure, I do want to soak my floss and make sure it doesn't fade. Here's the colors that we're using. So I think classic color works. And I'm very, very excited about that project.
See, that's what happens.
I get back to it.
I just get so excited going through the whips, and I go, well, I like all these. I don't think I'm going to give anything up. But some are kind of older than others and on different count than others that I didn't know that you could get all different colors. But
And then some of the other things we got from Country Sampler, from Samplings of Memory, we got this little scissor fob, or
look at all that cute
bag
stuff.
fob. And we got another one, so this is Vicky's project. We got another one that has Maggie's project on it, and that's on a different bag. And then we also...
Look at all your goodies.
And we also got...
You
let's see my...
didn't.
Oh, I had those. I got those on sale. I know it'll come up here. It'll get unburied soon. I'll show you what else we got from... Must be down here in the pile somewhere. So, oh, here it is. It's right here. It's staring me in the face. We got this bag from Country Sampler, and then this was the other tag we got from Samplings of Memories that had
What a nice bag.
Maggie's project on it. And inside is I'm guessing it's an exclusive pattern by Stacy Nash for this scissor fob. that cute? And then we got, well, we just got the pattern for that. So got that. And then just wanted to show you some table gifts. Let me see. Oh, I have some other things that we got, and that must be down here a little more. Table gifts. A very kind viewer gave me these beautiful scissor sheaths, along with this note, and she said that she had gone through kind of a difficult time, and like we do, we turn to our stitching for comfort, and while she was stitching, of course, she's watching Flosstubes, and so she was very appreciative that we do this silly little thing, and it brought her some comfort to have us, I'm just very humbled because we love what we do. We enjoy trying, sharing our love of this hobby and hopefully connecting with you. And we think about each of you as we're filming, and just, wish we could see you as well. And if you find some comfort or encouragement from our little silly little Flosstube, we're just so pleased, because that's our goal is in filming is. And so anyway, I just really, those kind of
those
things
touch
really,
you.
yes,
It's really touch you.
And then this is from Roz, and one is for you.
Oh,
so thank you, Roz. This was a
thank you,
table
Roz.
gift, and also a roomy gift from Laura. So thank you. She does such beautiful work. So
is that
pretty.
velvet?
It's a little velveteen strawberry. And Anne.
Oh, she's embroidered the leaves.
I know. Isn't that amazing? The workmanship is just exquisite. And I think she does things that, like Lenny said, she embroidered the leaves. I think she does things without a pattern too. So she's just very talented. Anne, who was our local, she made us old fashions, which apparently are like the state mixed drink of Wisconsin or something.
Oh yeah, they're old fashions.
I didn't know that. Gave us all these beautiful tablecloths, dishcloths. And this is...
Who would wash your dishes with that?
Isn't it pretty? Or you could make a project bag
I think it's
out of it
perfect for
something.
a project bag.
Isn't it pretty? And
Yes.
it's based on a design by Laundry Basket Quilts. So they
make a beautiful bag.
ones. And then she was kind enough, she also gave me these little applique pins. I did not have these.
Oh, I love
And
those.
so she gave me a little box of these, and I was using those up there.
For your
as I was-
Maggie's.
Yeah, on Maggie's piece. And I don't know any more details about that. I'm sorry. Lisa, tablemate Lisa, gave us all these little jars, and she said this is just perfect to travel with these. And you just have some needfuls in here, and a little needle, a little pair of scissors, adorable scissors with a little scissor fob. I think she had candy in there, which somehow disappeared.
Surprise!
And then we also got a little tape measure from Country Sampler.
Can't have too many.
Lots of
That's a great idea.
Oh, and then Laura also gave us these clips that you can, just clip on something and attach your pattern up here. Or you could, what I did is I put it on my stand, and then I attached this picture so I could see like an overall idea about what the
that's a
little
good
map
idea.
is supposed to look like. Let's see. Here it is. And then Diane gave us all floss tags and a floss ring with bling.
Love floss rings too.
Thank you. That was so just an idea if for table gifts. They're nice stitchy gifts for friends if you have some kind of event coming up or just for the heck of it kind of thing. Those are just a few ideas. Let's see. I think that was all. I know I have some more things that the patterns they gave us, but I don't know. They're buried here somewhere. Next year's retreat will be same designers. Maggie will do a wool project. Vicki will do a reproduction sampler. I think last year the theme was reds. They usually have a different theme. This year, Maggie's rug was obviously fall. Vicky's pattern, it really looks like a cozy winter scene. That's what a lot of us
I
were
liked it
saying.
because it wasn't like big of everything, you know. It just looked like a fun.
Yeah, but so that's what a lot of us were saying. This would be a really cozy winter stitch. So I don't know what the theme will be, but it's just a really great event. So it will be October 7th through 10th. So it's a Tuesday through Friday. You start Tuesday about 10 a.m. and then Friday we go to lunch, and a lot of us leave afterwards because we have to drive for a little ways. And so if you're interested, like I said, it's a small group, and you know, even if you're interested, they're not taking payment now. I don't think they take payment until, like a down payment, until after the first of the year. But give them a call and tell them you're interested and get on the list. And then just another retreat update. Jingle Balls opened ticket sales last night, and Jingle Ball is a virtual event. It's $10 to attend. It's going to take place December 6th through the 8th, and the $10 gets you entry to the ball, which includes stitching tables, the speed dating little event that occurs at certain times throughout the event, ballroom entertainment, shopping, which is really, it's hard to describe, but it's really fun. All the different designers do like little skits or little things throughout, and it's just really fun to watch. Shopping, each of the designers has a little shopping store, and designer meet and greets, which I thought was really interesting. And then classes and kits are extra, although they of course have a limited number of kits, and I didn't check, but I would kind of guess they probably have sold out by now. So
I don't know. It sounded like it at Stitch Club. I think they crashed.
They did. I did hear that too.
I
Of course, I was driving last night when it went live, but I was looking on my Instagram this morning and saw messages that,
So,
but yeah, I was able to register this morning. So, all right.
Okay. I have some things I'm working on, and I do some whips and some finish. I did finish.
Oh, it looks so cute.
I did finish. Thank you, April Jackson, Crafty Blue Bonnet. She had sent the SABLE, and I didn't get it UFO'd, but I did get it stitched. So, and she had put a little L and R for Lenny and Roberta at the bottom. So it turned out so cute. So check her out. She's coming up with some new Christmas releases. She has a lot of she just has something for every season. I love her. I want to buy them all, but that's the one that she gave us. So I did get that finished last night. Oh, I guess we didn't show our
book of days.
Our book of days. So I had a full September. I don't know if I showed my September or not, but I had a full September. I did get a few started and a few finished. I need to count and see where I am, because I wanted to do 24, so I think I'm there.
Look at all your apples. Those are fun.
The pumpkins.
Oh.
It's October. That's okay. I guess you can use apples too.
Oh, they look green. They look like green and red. Okay, I just saw a quick one.
Well, they are. I guess they are green and red now that I look at it.
Well, some green.
Yeah.
But that's kind of an orange.
Anyway, that's so funny. So there's my October, and I just kind of worked on. I finished a lot of things, but I did start a couple things, and I'll show you. Oh, the Halloween pillow was the one I finished, and then one of my whips. I started it.
And I know Vicki said that I don't think she has the new books yet, but the new one has. It's like a lady peddler on the front.
I know, I saw it, but I think it's a pre-order. But
I think so. I think
I have my November stickered
first.
So anyway, I'm ready.
Now, I know those aren't apples; those are turkeys and leaves.
You're right. Good girl. I haven't done anything in December yet. I'm waiting for some stickers to come in that I hope come in. Okay.
And I use the cross stitch what is it called? The Cross Stitchers Planner, and this is by My Crazy Life by Lori Six. And I know she has the 2025 version in her shop now. And here's my October. So stitched most days.
Oh, and you used your orange pen.
Yeah, I like to use my orange pen and had some different things. Oh, and can I show what I did
Yeah.
for table gifts?
Yes.
That was your JOL, your little JOL.
So cute.
I didn't stitch the last 2 days before my retreat because I was putting these together as table gifts and also
Aren't
for
they
the
cute?
ladies that stayed upstairs. And so I was running out of time, so my husband glued on all the rickrack, and
I think that's
that was
cute.
a big help. But, yep.
I'll eat that candy when I don't. No, I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to eat my candy when I go home.
Yeah, so that was adapted from a Needle Love book. I made it, I shrunk it to like 2/3 and
It is really, really, really cute.
adapted the face to make it look like one of the old German jacks.
I love it.
And this is old, like an army blanket for the back.
Oh, is that?
So,
I really like it.
thank you. Those are fun. It was fun to do those and think about people. So,
Well, just some things that I started. I did this at Stitch Club this morning, so there's not a whole lot. But this is a new pattern I got. It's Bent Creek leaf flag with this little
cute.
squirrel sitting on top of a pumpkin.
Very cute.
So just a little. After doing that Midnight Witch, I'm really kind of in the
That's
smalls right now. However, I think I've got some big ones started. So, I guess I should. I have to look and see what's up. That's up. So I'm doing part of the squirrel tail, and then that's the flag, the leaf flag that he's holding. So, and this is done on I think it's a 28 Lugana. So,
Cute.
just a little fun.
I started a small as well. I went ahead and I thought I would be done. This black pumpkin by Sabrosa Designs, and I am doing this on. It's a seraphim fabric. It's a one-word.
I love that.
I can't remember what it's
that
called.
color green. I love that
It
green.
is- It's black, and I don't have.
Oh, it's black.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks green.
Kind of like charcoal, I think, or
Oh.
something. But
I like
can't.
it.
I'll have to put the name in of the linen and the floss because I just looked at it this morning, and when I was ironing, I was going to remember it. I know it's seraphim, and that I think it belongs with a B, but I don't remember what it was. But
well, that
anyway,
happens.
I'm enjoying that. I'm hoping to finish that up in the next couple of days.
I'm taking a class coming up, and this is a crab apple kit,
Cute.
and it's actually one of those crayons where you color the project, and then you set
It's
it,
so artistic.
and then you embroider it. So, but if you look at it,
That's
it's just,
beautiful.
it looks so pretty. It's just, so I'm really excited. I get to color again.
Is that an online class?
No, it's being held at Prairie Point in Shawnee,
Okay.
or Overland Park. But anyway, you just kind of color and blend, and I watched a couple of Flosstubes, and it looks really easy. The embroidery part's probably going to be the hardest, but I kind of got into embroidery a little bit. So I think that's going to be fun. And then I picked up some more. I mean, these are just like, I'm all over the place. This is a wool kit. I think I showed you last time. But I started it and I rolled it up because I didn't get it ironed down. I got it placed, so it's being protected. But anyway, so I'm working on that. And kind of an embroidery kit. This is kind of a big thing. I saw this panel on Primitive Gatherings. This is a biggie, guys. But it's going to be a quilt.
Oh yeah.
I got to stand up.
We need to stand up for this one. Okay.
I got some more done on it. I think I showed you once. But I've got some more done.
What
And
is he doing?
sounds like he's tearing paper or fabric.
I don't know.
But
He's like doing tape, and I don't know what.
so this is my big Santa face. So I got some of his top done up here,
Oh, you got a
and
lot
all of his
done.
hat, and some of his face. But working on it. But it's
Where
a
did you say you got this?
primitive gatherings.
From gatherings. Okay.
So and then so really, if you look at the back, it's not very pretty, but you can tell what you've done.
Okay.
So we're kind of at that point. But
So this is a thick fabric.
well, I've doubled.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
I do
Okay.
muslin on the front and then muslin on the back, so my threads don't show through.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway,
Oh, that's a good idea.
and then I think I'm going to put either half squares or log cabins on the side. I haven't quite decided to make it into a quilt. But anyway,
He's like one of those very vintage looking.
so when your
Santas.
eyes are kind of tired and you can't see the holes, bring out your thread and needle and do a little embroidery. So
Yeah, that's like one of the ladies at our table said that in the morning. I think in the morning she did quilting. In the afternoon she did her cross stitch, and then in the evening, when her eyes were tired, she would do wool.
and I'm just using, I think it's 12. I think it's 12 thread. I'm pretty sure. Valdoni. I'm using this color green for his holly,
Holly.
and then just the red.
A perfect bag.
So, and my Christmas red truck bag.
And that's a good one. It has like the box
the-
bottom,
yeah, it's
so
got
it
the
has a
gusset
little
and-
extra room in there for a big, with all the
I love
fabric.
this bag. It was carrying all my Prairie Schoolers, but now something else
Okay.
is. But that works great for embroidery. All right, so that's one different kind of craft. Okay, your turn.
And then I don't think I had showed this last time, but I have done some more work on the Harvest Housewife. And I'm down to the.
Oh,
maybe
look
if
at
I
you.
did, I apologize. I'm down to the berry bowl. This is on 36 count buttermilk.
You've done a lot
And
of
this
that.
was a kit, so yeah, I would like to continue to work on fall at least one day a week, and because I am getting close, I would like to get that finished.
I know. What is it? You get closer, and then kind of sits on the side.
Oh,
I'm really bad about that. Let's see what else do I guess I'm kind of at my whips. So
that's what I'm doing too.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
What was in this one? This was a new bag that I got.
That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? Who did this for me? I did not say her name. This is my
She's funny.
tricks or treats. I know my pattern is
Teresa Kogut?
yeah. No, I think it's
Brenda
Brenda.
Gervais? Okay.
And I got some of her dress done, and she's got a foot that's just like kicking out, like woohoo! And then she's got another leg that comes down here. So, and then I've got all the words that go around it. But I ran out of thread, so I had to stop on her for a minute. But I got some more, so I'm ready to go. And I know my pattern is in a bag that I showed last week, but I can't find it. So it's somewhere. But I have all the important stuff, the pattern and the thread. So I got that.
Finished the Reverend Gordon squash.
You
bottom.
finished it?
Just him.
Oh, I thought, oh
And
my gosh.
I'm starting on the cat, and I am going to. How did I do this? I did a working copy, and then I did a design on the working copy. But because our little kitty is an American, I think they call her American Tabby. She has a swirl back here. I was going to do a swirl back there instead of the stripes. So and it's very subtle. It's you can see it. I can kind of see it on the viewer here, but so I do. Yeah, I want to get that finished too. I went ahead and put in the black so that that made it less confusing to me, and then the rest I'll just do like the brownish gray part. So yeah, and
Look how
then
handsome
I
and
have
dapper
the
he
big
is.
house, and I have the big white house, and then more little zigzags, and then there's some
Boy,
little
you're really doing
swirly
good.
things in there. But
Mine's one-legged
I
rabbit.
got a lot done on my trip, so
Yeah, that looks nice.
he is so cute. I'm so enjoying working on him, and that was my birthday start last year, and then he just sat in the bag most of the year and got a good kickstart with the trip, and that's all I wanted to work on.
Oh, he looks really good.
Thank you. I'm enjoying him.
And I think I showed you last week, but I just wanted to show it again because I really like it. Came from Siggy's Closet. She makes really great scissor fobs and all.
There might be an order of that on my way too.
Yeah, I think
on the way to me, because that was
think I ordered another
so
one too
cute.
because I love her things. So, and then I put all my little tags are on my pet. I'm just so proud of myself. That was like 8 hours I'll never get back. So
You've been doing a lot of organizing in your room.
I
and
know.
everything this
I
year.
really. So I worked on my hijinks. Not very much. I feel like I did a lot, but I think I just did a little bit of everything.
It's a big project, so
Let me get to the cover page. Again, there's 729 blocks in there. I think, and there are 111 per block.
wow.
I think I came up with 23,000 stitches or something like
Wow.
that. But you get going, and it's just like it feels good, but then it's like I've been stitching on this for 3 hours, and I don't have that many blocks done. But like I said, I've stitched a lot. I can't say I stitched a whole lot of everything, but still on a hoop. I usually don't keep my hoops on, but if I'm working on it on a daily basis, I do. And so I got a little bit more further down. It's kind of wrinkled. But like I said, it does have back stitch on it too, and I'm not doing any back stitch at this time. Unless, but anyway, it's fun. I really do enjoy it. It just takes. I love the
Those colors
cover.
are very striking.
It's just so bright and Halloweenish. I don't know. I can't wait till I get to where it's like 4 blocks that show a pumpkin or a ghost or
Yes,
something like that. You know, they kind of cross over, so there'll be 4 squares that
That's very
make
cute.
something. So it's gonna be fun. And I have the Christmas one too, like I said, but probably not this year.
Okay, and I just did a few stitches in this, but when I was at Country Sampler, Diane, who is also working on the Smith Sampler, we were chuckling about my plans when I did the assignments for the monthly assignments for Smith Sampler. It looked so doable, and then you get doing these, and there's so many color changes per inch. It was not very realistic, but we wanted to work on it together. So she's starting at the top, and I, as usual, started at the bottom. And so I was just putting some
you'll have
of the house. So we worked on it together at Country Sampler.
Nice.
So that was very fun. And I forgot to mention the linen I'm using for Reverend Gordon's Squash Bottom is 40 count, and it was from Michelle, Farm Girl Dry Goods, so there wasn't a name. I'm not
Scoot
sure
you a
what
little
that
bit.
one is. Yeah, I'm kind of off the. Yeah, I'm off the.
You're off the grid.
And this one is on 40 count Vintage Meadow Rue, and this one is being done in silks. I had it
40 count.
kitted by the attic. Oh,
Very pretty.
yeah. Thank you. It is so much. It's so much fun, and I really enjoy working on it and just seeing the little motifs take shape.
I think that's what it's like in the squares and the hijinks. It's just,
Yes.
you know, you don't know because it's in black and white, so you don't know what really the pattern is until you put it together, and it's like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, with all the different, each of the little diamond shapes has different colors, so it's not something where you can get a rhythm going on it, but They're really pretty.
And my last whip, and this is a goldie oldie. I think it's one of the first ones I started. They're called Santa and Mrs. Claus Folkies by River Drift. And this is one of the I think this is probably my first try at samplers. Thinking it was a sampler. There was 2 people and lots of little things on the side, but
kind of like a spot motif.
Yeah, and I started it on on 14 with DMC. So, but I got.
Well, I mean, the people are the big part.
So I got Mr.
That's
Claus
adorable.
done.
That is really cool.
So I started down on that next page. Am I up? So I started down on the next page. So I'll finish her bottom, her dress, and then I'll start working on some more of the little motifs. But I don't.
What's the name?
It might be 28, but one way or the other. But I don't know. I bet it's 14. Anyway, and it was just something that I got online. Of course, I didn't write anything down.
Right, so are you doing over 1 then? If it's
No,
14?
I'm doing
I bet
it.
it's 28 then. Don't
I
you
think it's 28 because I'm
Yeah.
going over 2. Yeah, it has to be 28.
Yeah.
I'm going over 2. Anyway, the colors are so bright, except the motifs are so soft.
And that is really a good linen for that.
So it's kind of a misty gray. No, I don't even know if that's what it is.
This, what is that? Fabric flare?
Yeah, fabric flare. But I like it.
I
So,
like it too.
And I saw it and I go, oh, I'm going to pick you up. So, as I did so many other things.
You're going through
But-
your whips.
Going through whips is fun. Oh,
It is.
it is, it doesn't bother me. If somebody at Stitch Club says, doesn't that make you nervous? And I go, nah, it really doesn't.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, I
good.
want to finish some things, but, I'm going to probably start whatever my number is now. I'll probably start, a half a dozen more maybe before the end of the year. So, but whatever your guess is, it's as of December the 5th. I did it again. October the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So, but don't guess ahead. Just up to this point.
But if you got them kitted, what's the difference between having them kitted and getting them started?
I don't know. I would really.
I have all of them in the same place, other than the stuff I'm actually working on. I have near my stitching chair, or like right around the corner in the bedroom, the spare bedroom. But it's all on the same dresser, or in the same bookcase kind of thing. So
I don't know. I could, if I could really put a thread in everything, because most of them are kitted. I maybe don't have the.
Because the big step is kitting
Fabric.
them. That is the
But I
big
have most of the-
time-consuming thing, is kitting them and then just picking them up and starting.
But I do have a lot of floss tied up.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
It's like I went today and saw something I wanted and I kitted it up again, and I bet you I have them at home. So I'm kind of guilty about that.
That's true.
But who
Yeah.
cares? I'm an old lady. I can do whatever I want to.
And someone was saying at our table that, I have a lot of my flosses hanging in the closet, and when they're kitting things up, and I have done this before, if you look at the kit, if something is they just have a little bit of this color, and you do these floss rings, instead of pulling the whole skein of floss, why don't you just pull like 2 of the strands of 6 or whatever and put them on, and that way
Your
have
thread's
them,
ready to
but
go.
you have more if you have another kit. You have another project that's like that. So I am trying
that's
to do a
true.
little more like that. So
I didn't think about it.
just do a partial one.
Oh, you're so smart.
My next thing is a start. What? This is where. So no, going back to boxwood. Here's the picture. This is the kit we got from Vicki to do these velveteen apples.
Ooh.
And she gave us this beautiful
Oh, and the thread
green and the floss. And I haven't done it because I was going to go home and sew it on my machine. We got this yesterday morning, and we probably weren't going to be able to get it stitched and stuffed before we left, so I thought I'm just going to wait. But she also gave us some of the cotton fiber fill for it, and then she gave us this, and the idea is you stuff the bottom and leave the top open, and then you put this in, and it is it's crushed granite, which I believe she said she gets in Walmart near like where they have goods for terrariums and that sort of thing. She gets that there, and the other one is sand, and I think it's a container of sand. I don't know if she gets that from Walmart as well too. I hope I'm not confusing that, because at the end of the week your little brain is kind of fried with all the, inspiration and all the
And you just
new
won't do it.
projects and all that kind of stuff. But what she said is it's when you use this and have this packed in, it's hard to put your needles in. But if you have this at the top, it's kind of like an emery, and it makes it easier to
put the top
like
on.
the needles in. So if you're going to put like a decorative
Does that
pin
make
on
sense?
the top. So we got that. And then we got things to make this cute, this adorable pumpkin from Maggie. And this is out of this linen that I think was dyed by Blackberry Primitives.
Ooh, pretty
And I
cool.
did start sewing by hand around. I traced the circle and started sewing by hand, but I was going a little wonky. So that too, I just decided I'm going to go just sew it on machine. You leave a place for turning. You turn and stuff it and sew it shut, and then you can, pull it in to make the little sections of the pumpkin. And then she gave us a little patch to put on the edge where we sew it shut, and it is obviously from like an old cutter quilt. It's just looks like a very old fabric.
Okay.
So it's not something you'd want to stretch to hold things in place. You'd want to sew the hole shut first and then just put it on, so it's not having any pressure on it, because it's very delicate. It looks like a very delicate fabric. But
Well, that looks like a fun project.
fun. And when I was mentioning the table gifts and that sort of thing, I hope I didn't forget anyone. I think I have everything unpacked, or if I misassigned, someone else gave me what I thought I had received. I'm sorry about that. So that's a plan. This is a plan. So
Well, I had my kids load up my car this morning to help me with, and I'm missing a box, which had some of my Halloween, some of the Halloween projects. But I did get I put some Thanksgiving projects together, actually for next time. So I might just give you a little preview of
okay.
Halloween. So go ahead and finish
Okay.
your whips. I don't have any more whips.
Well, this isn't a whip. This is going to be my birthday start. What's from that? Where did it go? Here it is. Okay. Sampler Guild of the Rockies. Their guild year runs from September through August, and they have a challenge piece every year. And the idea is they will have like several challenge pieces. I'll name like 4 or 5 different pieces. So, and they're just a variety of styles. Some are samplers, some are modern reinterpretations, or that kind of thing. And that way you might have one of them already in your stash ready to go. But the idea is you pick up this challenge piece and you're going to have it finished by August 30th. Now, have I ever done that? No. But one of the challenge pieces this year was Teresa Koget's design here. I'm not sure what it's called. What is it called? It is called
I have that book, and I want to do the taste the turkey.
Halloween. It's Halloween sampler. There you go.
You're talking about the big one? Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That's the challenge piece for this year. For one of them. And so I thought I'm going to go ahead and start that on my birthday. And I have showed this before. I have 40 count needle and flax in Dora.
I love that with that black in
But
it.
it has a lot of
charcoal.
just faint modeling.
Yeah, very muted.
And here's the colors. It's called for It's called for overdyes and DMC, mix of overdyes and DMC. And I don't know, I did look to see if she had the number of how many different skeins you should get for different things. I did not see that. Maybe I could be overlooking it. It could be in a different part of the book. But Felicia, I can't think of what her Instagram name is right now. Felicia Ozark Stitcher, I think, just finished this, and she said to get at least 4 of the onyx, which is, you know, you can see there's a lot of onyx in here. I had bought 2 strands. She said get at least 4, and she did some frogging and got by with 4, but she said 5 would be better. So I'm going to get some more onyx. I don't know if there's other colors that you need to get multiple skeins of, but just if you are stitching this, just be aware that if you want to make sure that your colors are going to be consistent, especially for the onyx, get multiple skeins that will have from a similar dye lot or the same dye lot, so things will match. But I'm going to be starting that next
Fun.
Saturday.
I've always wanted to do that.
It's so cute. And I know some people have taken just done a row of things. I think maybe Sherry Colorado Cross Stitcher might have done that. I know Felicia said I'm pretty sure she's the one who said she was getting tired of all those cats at the end, but good job getting that done. I just think that's so cute.
It's a lot of stitching, but that's going to be fun. Speaking of, I did have 2 blackbirds that are in my vision. Because I finished Midnight Watch, I'd like to do one of the other ones, and I don't know which one I would start first. But I had the Away We Ride. I think that one's really pretty. But I really like this one too.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so much like Midnight Watch. I don't know if I really want to do that or I want to do this. What do you think I should do?
Boy, you can't go wrong with either of them.
Yeah. I don't know.
That one reminds me more of what you just did.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards this one.
Because it has that has a big pumpkin.
That has a
You
big
just did
pumpkin.
The big moon.
And the big moon and the big cat. But I don't know. I mean, this calls to me, but I think I want something different. So anyway, I'm thinking about this one.
That's a cool border.
But who knows?
You might be right. This looks black to me. I need to see the eye doctor too. Maybe it's getting time for cataract surgery.
What's the name of it?
It was chives, but I crossed it out and put charcoal.
Oh, I don't know because it looks green on the fabric.
That's it.
Oh, I wish I had my other box.
Darn. I guess I'll find out when I go to the eye doctor. But anyway, I'm using charcoal chives on the black pumpkin. So
Well, let's see. I still see a green tint to it, but
maybe a little green.
in the.
I like the
I really like what you're doing.
I like the variegation. I wanted something that looked more old and kind of faded in places, so that's why I picked that one.
All right, do you want to show your Halloween? Or did you say you had?
That was it.
Okay,
Show
so
my
I think we kind of.
stitching? Halloween. Show my Halloween one.
Or your pat? Or did you say you had?
No, I did that last time.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Well, I brought a
But
little.
I'll do my turkey stuff next time.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yes, I do. I love Thanksgiving.
well, I'll hold off on one of
I
these.
just think that's such a
And I wish I had.
wonderful.
I got a new
season.
project bag because I didn't have any. But I didn't have
Oh,
any.
I'm so sad.
I know.
For you.
But I didn't have any turkeys. I didn't have one with turkeys on it.
Oh wow.
So, and that had all my really
Well,
new
yes.
stuff. But anyway,
You needed that. You
probably
needed
in
a
the
turkey one.
kitchen. But because as much as I love my boys, if you don't tell them every single box that's in there, it doesn't get in the car. Anyway, I'll just show you a few here. This is the one, and I just bought. This is what I bought today. I mean, it's an older one, but I bought the fabric and
Oh, okay.
the floss today.
Floss, okay.
So this will be my next, or this will be my first thing for trick-or-treating. What's the holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. So this is a Teresa Kogut Give Thanks turkey. And it's a turkey, I don't know if there's glare, turkey sitting on top of a big old pumpkin. So that's one. This is another one that I want to start. I think I have the threads in here, so I'll check it when I get home. But Rest a While by Plum Street.
Cute little fox.
Oh, that fox. I'm kind of into foxes. So, and then this is an old one too. Autumn's Bouquet by Brenda Gervais. The little squirrel. So that's on my radar. And
who can resist a fishing squirrel? Is he fishing? He looks like he's in a boat and
I
fishing, or
think he's holding a stem of acorns.
Okay, that's what.
But it does look like he's fishing.
My husband gets so upset because the squirrels just chew off the ends of things, and we have them all over the backyard.
I do have the DMC, and I have some linen at home. Somebody suggested today at Cross Stitch, because they didn't want to do the snowman, but just to do the pumpkin, or the pumpkin and the turkey. And that's an idea. I love snowmen though.
Well, he's
and he's part of
Pilgrim Snowman. That's
I know. So I might start. I'm a top stop. My gosh, Lenny, I'm a top starter, and so it's kind of weird to start at the bottom, but I might just kind of see how I feel when I get going, because I really like snowmen.
He is really cute.
He is cute. And then I also have the Snowman Witch from Cottage Garden. So
they're all cute.
If he ever gets a bag, there's his tag. And I've had this in my...
I have never seen that one.
I've had it for...
I'm not stealing it.
Okay, this is an apple. Anyway, I've had this French Country Owl by Judy Whitman, and I love, you know how much we love owls. So I've had this one in my kit, and it's not, in my stash, and it's not even kitted up, but it's got little acorns and owls and pumpkins, and he's so cute. So one of these days,
I did her pumpkin version last year. They had some little owls in there.
I want to do more of hers. I have all of her Christmas. Well, I think I need
really
one more
cute.
book 5. And this came from Primrose, just Hello Autumn. Just the little pillow. Just a little fun stitch. And there's her November stitch. See, I think these are from a couple years ago. I think.
Yeah, this
2022. Yeah. Oh, I guess I get Christmas one stuck in there. There's her December. And if you do those little tiny wooden, they look like hoops, but they're little tiny. Mm-hmm. Anyway, each one of these will fit in one of those little...
like ornament holders or something.
So they make great little table gifts too.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
This one I know is an old one too. It's one of my first ones that I got. And I have the floss for it too. I think it even comes with the ribbon or something.
So it's starting to squeeze my head.
Oh, we should take them off. Let's take them off. Okay. Oh, and I have my spooky...
Cutting off the circulation.
And
I saw that.
I have my spooky Brett today. Yeah, I think it comes with this little bit of wool to do this pillow, and then the pattern. So actually, you get two patterns in this. This came from one of my...
oh, and those are pretty colors. That's kind of
the blue
and the gray. I like the...
So, that's another one. This came from one of my quarterly stitch kits. I have the truck if I wanted to do it on that, but I just love that acorn. I love acorns, squirrels, owls, whatever. So Much to Love. So I think this came in, I bought one of her bags, and I think this is one of the patterns that came in the bag.
Yeah, it says exclusively for the
There you go.
2021 bag of the month. Fall bag of the month.
Old one, 2021. But I thought that was just cute too. And again, I had the DMC floss for this, either Weeks or DMC, and just a nice fall. And I have some really cool stuff in the other bag too, but it's in the kitchen. Okay. And I think that's, except for this other bag of Halloween. That holiday again, Thanksgiving.
Halloween.
So we'll show that next week.
Okay. I
think that's
all.
Do we have our giveaways?
I have some stash acquisitions.
Oh, good. Okay.
Because I did a little retail therapy.
Okay.
So a couple of weeks ago, our friend Christine Hollis and I went up to Excelsior.
Oh, that's right.
And it's a wonderful store. It's only open, I think, Thursday through Sunday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And maybe it might be open more in the fall. And they have a cute little coffee shop area that's open on the weekends. It's really, the store is really
it is fun.
Well laid out, really well. It's just so,
There's like 6 or 7 stores within a store.
Something. Wonderful old building. And so it was hard to...
Oh, I almost bought that
It was
plate.
hard to narrow it down to just a reasonable amount of things. But they have this kit. This is it's a wood plate, and it comes with a stand. And then they have a monthly series you can do. It goes on the wood plate, and this is, let's see what it's called. It's Center Circle something. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, so you got like December and January?
Yeah, I got one for December. Okay, I got that wrong. This is the ones that go for that. It's called Simple Circles Through the Year, and this was for March. And then they had a couple of different designs. This one is a little different. These are 5x5 rounds, and these are bigger. It says 8x5 by 8x5 gray wool for circle. So I'm going to compare it, and I can reduce things on my computer scanner, and so I will reduce it to whatever size it needs to be. But I just like the ones that were part of this
season.
Yeah,
the Burr months.
This, what do you call it? Like series, a little better. So these should not take too long to do right. And then this was one would be for like January. It could be January and February because it has like the pink and red. I think they could leave that out for both months. And then I also bought this. This is a kit. And I think you could get these kitted up too, but I do have a lot of wool, so I thought I would just get the pattern for this. But this, has that red stripe that would be hard to duplicate, and so I went ahead and got the kit for that little pillow.
Yeah, they have some special wool in there. Oh, I love it.
And then they had antiques in there as well. I could not resist this.
Oh, I can see that.
This little pin cushion. It's all velveteens. Very old.
Very
you can
old.
See all the little holes in there. I just thought that was so sweet.
Very cute.
So that one had to come home with me as well.
Absolutely.
That was such a fun store to visit.
It's in Excelsior Springs, and yes, they're having a Christmas show. If you live in the Kansas City area, anyway, it's in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, not too far. But they're having an open house.
And they have, it's all different seasons. A lot of the other part of the store has fall decor. But Buttermilk Basin has, of course, things for all different seasons. Did you see they had a Thanksgiving wool quilt on the wall? It was an alphabet. It looked Thanksgiving. It was supposed to be fall, like autumn alphabet.
Oh,
thing.
yes, I did too.
That was
Yes.
so pretty. It had a big turkey, so I thought about Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I know. I loved.
Isn't that cool?
That's why I said I love wool too.
And then I just wanted to show this. Our friend Stacy, who made the project roll for Lenny, also made one for me. Thank you, Stacy. You are so sweet, because I told her I liked hers better than mine. I just wanted to show you the difference. So this was the Country Sampler Kit. This came with a pool noodle and the instructions, and they had you do like a little casing and put the ribbon in the end of the casing. Stacy said she followed Vanna's tutorial, and she did. This is a mailing tube. I do like it. Has that flat surface on the end. It's obviously much bigger, so you know this would be for like one of your smaller projects, and this is obviously for a bigger one. And then she also quilted it and has this, attached it with this button here. And
that's why I carried my midnight watch to the groomers.
So if you're interested in doing this, Stacy is not going to be, she's doing it for friends, a few friends, but she does not want to go into the business of making these, even though she would be fabulous. So if you want to do this, though, she said Vanna's tutorial is really, really excellent.
I think they're called fabric rolls.
Fabric, okay. And then Country Sampler.
Whew.
Tried to be good. You know.
You can only be as good as you
Do my
can be.
part to help the economy. Someone showed this recently, Sepia Sampler by Not Forgotten Farm, and it is gorgeous. I don't think they had the model for that, but I saw that in their Not Forgotten Farm area. Had to get that. I see that. I had asked if they had Harvest Moon by Annie Bees. I think Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher started this. I love this so much. Annie, this is fabulous. They had a model for this, and that's what really sold me. If you've been to Country Sampler, you know they put like a primitive twist on a lot of things, and I don't know if the flosses were different, but I would probably use a little darker linen for the background. That is so cool in person. I do have a picture of that. If I can, I'll insert it here. And then I have wanted this pattern for a long time. This is the in all things be exceedingly diligent. So I just went ahead and got it. I don't know why I didn't get it before now. But
there's another one?
Yes, there's
I think I had the other one.
Summer one, or patriotic one as well, I think. That's kind of like
or
that
friendship.
same shape. And this was on sale, I guess. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So this is that Snowball Fight. This came out from Stacy Nash last year at, I think it was an exclusive with Country Sampler, or at least the kit was an exclusive, and it includes all these things. It has the pattern, beautifully packaged with the Aztec red linen and the floss and the, what do you call that stuff?
Whisper
The whisper stuff, which
makes like the beards or white things fuzzy.
Yeah, and then the trim. But it also has, there's more.
Snowflake waxer. They're so pretty.
Adorable.
I like the little bags that she puts her things in.
know. Here's the instructions. Are in a cute little bag. Oh, maybe we got 2 of those. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I could share one with you. And Snowball Fight.
Oh yeah.
So cute. And then
showed the bag. Oh.
It was so cute. They had it sitting out in the classroom, and
How could you not?
I know, it was so cute. And then they had some finishing things, and when you're there, it's always good to pick up pieces, some finishing velveteen or whatever. And I think this is by Lady Dot.
Oh, her velveteen backings.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
So I might make some more pumpkins. And I just love green, so olive. Thought that would come in handy. And then I got this strawberry, and I think this is what they used for, you know, the Brenda Gervais. She has the Pennsylvania Dutch strawberry drum. I didn't have the velveteen for that, and that's what they used for the drum that they did for their model. So I wanted to pick that up while I could get it. And Vicki Jeanette said that there was a new classic Colorworks color out that's really pretty.
Yeah, it's a pretty red.
Caroline.
Oh, like Christmas caroling?
Caroline.
Oh, that's a beautiful red.
I got one for you.
Oh, you did?
And I know I got one. Well, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, thank you, Roberta.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. You know, I try to keep them all nice and neat. She takes them back away from me.
I know. So, believe me, I do need a keeper because I lost, what did I lose? Oh, I lost my scissors. I had been using them on the cutting table.
Not your.
And my green kohanas that my son and daughter, I couldn't find them. So, we were upstairs, so I ran down and went back in the classroom, and I'm looking on the couldn't find them, looking on the cutting table. And Vicki said, is this what you're looking for or something? I was like, no, I'm looking for my scissors. So I went back up, and then I thought, I put them in my purse. So then I couldn't find my purse.
Oh.
And I'm running around.
Yes, you need a keeper.
And then I thought, I bet it's in the classroom. So I was just ready to head out the door to go down to the classroom. And Linda came up from the shop and she said, is this someone's purse?
Oh.
I said, that's mine. And she said, well, Vicki said she asked you if it was yours and you said no. So I was thinking, scissors. I've had this competition.
Not purse. I'm not losing my purse.
Yeah, purse. No. But so they were in my purse, so it was all good. I try to keep things together. And then at Country Sampler, they had a whole bunch of boxes, really pretty boxes of pins from Bowen. And I mean, they're just little straight pins. So I was also using these on the Maggie project.
They're a little bit long, but they're nice.
They worked. I mean, they worked, and then Ann gave me the other ones, and those worked a little better. But this is, if you know, I have the green hand and lock case, or the kind of blue green. So they're so pretty.
Yes.
Look at that. Let's see what else. Oh, and then finally, I asked them to kit this up when I was there. This is not out yet for the general public. We received this at Sampler Symposium in January, so it will probably come out next year. And it is samplers by two sisters, Lavinia and Sophia. And I do like balanced samplers, so I wanted to do this one, and I did not get the silk pack for it when I was there. I wanted it to be a little more primitive and muted shades. So Pam was also from one of the shop girls at Country Sampler, was at Sampler Symposium, so she had this, and she looked at the pattern, and so she pulled the overdyed flosses for me and dulled down a few. Someone's mowing their
next door neighbor.
Yeah, take this off. And so sorry if you hear the mowing in the background. And
I'm sorry. I'm leaving feathers everywhere.
And I wanted to get it when I was there because I also got the linen, and it's nice to do both of them at the same time. And the linen choices range from kind of a more of a peachy color to a more of a gray color.
I like those.
And so I picked something kind of in between. Where's the name? It's here. They had a stack of linen by Shakespeare's Peddler, and this is 40 count sack lunch.
Oh, I never heard of that.
I have not either.
Oh
but
gosh, that's pretty. Oh, those
that
looks great.
So these are the overdyed flosses. This has not been stitched using these yet. And I will get right on that, Rose.
I was just going to say that. With everything that you've got. Oh, I
So-
love that. This color here looks so pretty on there.
Yeah, and so what I was going to say, it has not been stitched doing this, so these might need to be tweaked, but
I don't think
if
so.
you want these colors, I'd say contact Country Sampler because they're the ones who did the...
Yeah, you get
did
right
the
on that, so
conversion.
because people are going to want to know.
Oh, I did.
Inquiring
it's
people
not-
want to know.
Let's see, how big is it on... Well, 220
Oh, I didn't see that part.
by 210.
Yeah, it's bigger than we thought.
But that's another one where there is a lot of open space.
Yep.
I don't, you look
Which
up,
one?
I mean, this one. There's all that open space. It's not, doesn't have an alphabet. It just has a saying. It looks like the border is pretty simple. I don't know.
I like the trees. I like the bird. Is that a robin?
I don't know. It's brown and then it has, we did the kind of the wheat, I think, or the goldie for the breast part.
Oh, there's a little kitty cat.
But yeah.
That's really pretty.
So,
That'd be
anyway,
fun.
check with the Country Sampler if you want to get information on that conversion. And it's done. And Vicki might post it as well. So I know Pam was going to give her a copy of it. So,
Here, I'll help you.
okay. I think that's it. I think we're down to the giveaways. Oh, and I did want to just mention one thing. If you follow Colorado Cross Stitcher and get her newsletter, which you should, you probably saw she is working with the family
Oh, yeah.
of the birds of a feather. And this has been so many people's unicorn chart. I was able to get, this is the cardboard copy. I was able to get this at the stash sale I went to last summer. And, but Sherry has this and several other birds of a feather. I think she's releasing three or four this month. And in addition to this one, she made a couple smalls using some of the motifs from the sampler. So if this has always been your unicorn chart, check with Colorado Cross Stitcher, and you can order it now.
Fun, fun, fun.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, you got everything?
Here's our list of winners.
Okay. And my reminders of what they look like is in the bag in the kitchen. So,
Okay. On our last video, we had a giveaway of the patterns from Shelley from Antique Needleworkers, and I'm still waiting to hear from Reader 1869 to claim her pattern, so please email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.com. And this time we had one bittersweet pattern from
I think it was April.
April.
No, the
No.
Sable was from April.
Oh, sorry. okay.
Bittersweet. I want to say Brenda.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Okay. The winner for the bittersweet is from Karen Young, 815. Always love your videos, and Lenny's bedtime story was especially cute today. I typically don't stitch Halloween, but still enjoyed all your wonderful eye candy. I'm currently stitching Autumn Quaker by Primrose,
That's really pretty.
and especially like to stitch anything fall, including bittersweet. I can also identify with Sable. So she won the bittersweet.
So, Karen,
So congratulations, Karen.
please email me and we will get that out to you. And then we had 5 Sable patterns to give away. First one is going to Delnora Stitches 6612. I don't think Delnora is a very common name, so I believe I know you. And it says, oh gosh, seeing all the fun Halloween fall things you are working on or have kitted is just so enabling. I too love stitching this season.
Yeah, we kind of enable a little bit, and are enabled. So
Okay, I had to do it right.
so you got our other. These are others. Okay. Our next winner for the Sable spool is from Annabelle Welcome, Willkomm. Hi, ladies. I'm glad you had a great vacation. Thanks and SABLE. So congratulations.
Okay, and then the next one is Connie Dahlgren 9748. It's good to catch up with my Sable Stitcher friends. I'm currently working on a couple of Halloween projects and Teresa Koget's Rise and Shine. It's nice to hear about Roberta's trip and Liddy's life update too. Love from Michigan.
Oh, hello, and congratulations, Connie.
Okay.
So we got two more. The next winner is Margaret Portera, 3553. Love your videos, lady. Roberta, loved hearing about your trip to England. Such a fun trip. Love the Sable Stitchers.
And then the last one is Kathy Harris, 7158. I love the fall and Halloween stitches. Bittersweet is a great decoration for this time of year. So glad to visit with you again. I loved that crow and pumpkin piece, and to have your own Sable Stitchers spool is so exciting.
So
yes,
congratulations.
Yes.
Again, go ahead. Send us your email to Roberta.
SableStitcher22@gmail.com.
And we'll get those up to you.
Yes, and if you enjoyed watching us, if you're hanging out with us, we thank you for your time. We really appreciate it more than you can know.
Oh, really?
Everyone is busy. There's so many out there, really great ones to watch, and we appreciate that you are using part of your day to hang out with us, and hope you got some good stitching done. We love hearing from you, and so you have another joke, you said.
Well, I do, but I wanted to say a special hello to Marie. And hi, Marie. You came to Quilter Station today, and you live in the nearby area. And we hope to talk you into come stitching with us on the first and third Saturdays of the month. So she was really excited. She said her friends did a lot of quilting, but she so enjoys cross stitching and wanted to meet some new friends. So
that's wonderful.
Hope you come.
Well, and we had a surprise. Shonda from Stitching in Idaho she was driving through and stopped in Country Sampler, and one of our group went in and recognized her and brought her back. And so thank you, Shonda. I don't know that she watches us.
I don't know, but I watch you, Shonda. I love your...
I know. She's so sweet and humble.
And your views and your quilts and everything are just... As a matter of fact, you were one of the first people I had watched, because I remember seeing your quilts hanging on the hooks in your house, and I just thought that was such a cool idea. So
that was very fun to see her. We have met her once at Quilter Station, so it was very fun to see Shonda again.
Well, I had to tell you a little joke that also came from a special viewer. You were talking about strawberries and your velveteen. Well, do you know what you call... well, I guess I better read it right. What happens when a car runs over a bushel of strawberries?
Jam.
You're so smart today. A traffic jam.
Traffic jam.
Okay, and then I do have a bedtime story.
Okay. Well, we hope if you enjoyed this content, we hope to see you again, and please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And hopefully that will let you know when we post a video, so we can keep in touch.
It was so nice to read your comments this time around, and I know we got a little behind us because we were stitching so much. But anyway, we appreciate, and we do read every one of your comments, and they make me smile, and I hope that we can make you smile and enable you just a little bit.
And even if you commented on a previous one, I do try to, if I go through and I see a question, I try to answer it. I don't know if you get notified. You probably get notified somehow about that, but...
And if you don't, please send us again, because I know there was a couple questions about Roberta's trip. I can't quite remember what it was, but anyway, please... don't give up on us. Okay. All right. Here's your bedtime story. It has to do with the dentist, which I went to, but fortunately this did not happen. Jane Brown walked into the dentist's office and asked how much it would cost to pull a tooth. The dentist replied, $130. Jane gasped, $130? That's ridiculous. The dentist answered, well, I think I can give you a senior discount and take $30 off. And Jane shook her head and she says, that's way too much. That still leaves $100. And she says, you've got to come up with a cheaper way to pull a tooth. And the dentist says, well, I suppose we could take it out with a wrench and we could knock it down to a $50 flat. And she goes, oh, that's so perfect. She was so happy, only $50 to pull a tooth. And so she says, okay, I would like to make an appointment for next Tuesday for my husband, John. I thought, what? Don't you dare take a tooth out with a wrench. I got my out. Anyway, so
that's funny.
All right, everybody.
Yes, well,
take
happy
care.
Halloween.
Trick or treat.
And if you were in North Carolina or Florida or one of the states affected by the flooding and all the rain,
we haven't forgotten about you.
No, I know it's going to be a long road to recovery, and our thoughts and prayers still go out to you. And
we're doing what we can through here.
I hope you're getting the assistance you need to help you get back on your feet.
Okay.
But, we do love you, and we should be back in 2 weeks.
I think so.
Maybe a little less than 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
see you soon.
So bye.
Bye.